Hello everybody, Preferred Selection here, and as you can see by this 1.3.1 in the corner, the new update has come out today. It was live a couple hours ago, and I am really excited to be making a 1.3.1 character to explore some of the new features with my usual hairstyle and like a little bit gray. So 1.3.1, what are we going to do? What we're going to do is oh my god, I exited out. I always do that. What we're going to do for 1.3.1 is a brand new normal mode Let's Play. We might venture into expert mode at some point, but my general preference is for normal. It's just, I guess, the game that I grew up on. Ooh, new submit button. I think that is... Hey, the first new 1.3.1 feature. And I think I'm very tempted to name this character something like 1.3.1 LP just for convenience. I could name him something like related to what am I excited about for the game? I'm gonna name him Gargoyle. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, that's how you spell it. Because the thing I'm most excited about in 1.3 is all the new monster statues. So he gets to be Gargoyle. That's my... I've got way too many people favorited. Let's see. I'm going to unfavorite some people. I need Builder favorited. I don't really need Mimeoplasm favorited anymore. Or I don't remember what this dude's deal was. I want a lot of these people. I don't need you favorited. Or you. I'll keep Strange Munitions. I haven't gone back and finished Strange Munitions, but I might at some point. Okay, so Gargoyle, you're going to be favorited. And you're going to get a new world. I wonder if they've finally given us the option to choose between... it'll be a small world, normal, and I guess they're not giving us the option to choose. I'd probably choose Crimson, although I so often choose... Yeah, it's what I'd prefer, but I so often choose Crimson that I wouldn't mind if I'd randomed Corruption. So, perfect time to talk about the world as it's generating. 1.3.1, for those of you who haven't been following the update, is mainly about building, being able to construct things like better traps, better engines, and not just making it better, but making it more accessible. So you don't have to be Joe Price, you don't have to be Zero Gravitas to be able to go and make like a fancy grinder now. It should be... It might, honestly, I think that they've nerfed the hitboxes on the dummies, which people were using to build like computers. Long story. You can check out like Joe Price's videos, Diceman X, if you want to see that. But strangely enough, they might have actually nerfed building a little bit compared to what it once was. I'm actually going to leave those trees by my spawn alone, just so that I don't end up building there right away. But yeah, I don't know if they've made like the hardcore beat the Frost Moon in 5 minutes building any easier. They probably have made it better. But what they've done is they've made it so that the average player can build those things. They've put a lot of new tools in, a lot of literal tools, and a lot of just fancy things like you can now rotate traps. So you can have like spear traps that go sideways. You can have dart traps that go up and down. Flame traps that can go up and down. One thing that I also think is really neat is they've added, and this is just a little bit, by the way, this is going to be very spoilery if you weren't already figuring that out. They've added pressure plates. It's always hard for me to build houses while I talk, but I'll try my best for you guys. They've added pressure plates that you can trigger with projectiles. So they've added plates that you can shoot them with an arrow, then something will happen. Which, you know, one of the things that I've been wondering about is, obviously I'm going to be doing all my usual stuff in 1.3.1. I'm going to be speedrunning. I'm going to be, you know, doing level design. I'm going to be putting out new worlds. By the way, it seems like something new. Is there new? No, there's not new stuff. Oh, they've just made it so that it gets a little darker as it goes up there. At least it looks like it's... Don't remember it ever being that dark. As with the usual, whenever there's a new update, it's like, did they change that? Am I just noticing it for the first time? I am going to be putting... This is a new sprite, I think. Yeah, it's definitely a new sprite. I'm going to be putting more of an emphasis on building in this Let's Play than I normally do, because, hey, and if it's about engineering, why not do a little bit of... Why not do a little bit of real building? But the first house I just want to get up and running. I'm not going to build infinite housing. I don't even know if infinite housing works anymore. It might not. It was supposed to be removed with 1.3. Who knows if they actually followed through with it. I know there was a little bit of community backlash. So this first house, I'm just going to build a little bit of a home for the guide and the merchant. And then we're going to go explore. And as I'm doing this is a good time to talk about what to expect from this Let's Play. I obviously want to explore a bunch of the 1.3.1 content. That said, a lot of it will be hard to do live and with no training or preparation. So let's see about how big that is. So the way I'm going to accomplish a lot of what I want to do, as I just count out tiles very carefully, the way I'm going to go about this is I'm going to have a little bit of stuff that maybe happens off camera. I don't like doing things off camera for LPs. In Terraria, it's usually inevitable at some point or another. But in this case, like, let's say I set up a farm for, like, Rod of Discord. You know, that's an item that's very, very rare. I might build a farm that can for sure get it, but it might for sure get it in, I don't know, like, overnight, over a couple nights. You know, we're not going to have 16 hours of the Let's Play being watching the AFK farm running. I might show it running as a proof of concept, but I don't have the... I'm not going to hook up an external and, like, record... and record, like, leave it recording overnight and, like, search for it. You know, it's just not really worth it, I guess. Doesn't really seem like the thing that I want to be doing. So instead, we're just going to have some things that just... They're going to happen off camera. It'll be okay. A little bit of stairs. Now, before you have a hammer, you can do... I guess I need to... I didn't want to punch that thing because I wanted to leave it for later. Is it? Oh, it's just a little bit of... that makes me feel silly. It was just a little bit of grass that was in my way. I should have known that. But yeah, before you have a hammer, you can certainly... And I've got this one extra piece of... Might as well turn, like, all my wood that I have on me into platforms. Sorry, squirrel. So there's going to be a little bit of off-camera play. I think I'm probably going to do building traps on camera versus off camera as a case-by-case basis. So I'll think about, what am I building? Am I building something that's like, what's the time frame going to be of the time spent building it? How much of it is interesting, you know? And how much have we seen something very similar before? You know, like, there's a lot of, like, you know, I have to have a good reason to be building a big trap on camera. It has to happen some of the time. It should happen some of the time because it's part of the Let's Play. But it doesn't need to be a constant thing. And we're not on, like, hardcore or anything, obviously. Come on, Vulture. Because I'd hate to be on hardcore and like lose lose a world where I'm building like computers, and I mean I know in hardcore you can still go into the world even though the character's dead, but you get what I mean. Like I wouldn't want to lose a character where I've gathered like, I don't know, Architect Gizmo pack or something like that. So since we're on softcore, I could go down here and there's no real risk. And you guys will have to hold me accountable to, you know, when I say that I want to switch my focus to building at some point. Oh my god. Well, we're going to die down here because I can't, well, it's not necessary to die down here. Why can't I place a platform? And I can place platforms, I'm placing them. But it doesn't seem to be gaining me. Yeah. Alright, that was just a very unfortunate little water hole to be in without a light source. I think I could have dropped like a silver coin down there just to be able to, or copper coin or whatever, to be able to see a little bit better. I didn't feel like it. Oh, by the way, if you ever for some reason have like a bunch of money before you have chests and you just want to like set your money down for some reason, always do that. It's not super necessary here. It's almost night. Wow. We haven't been like, I mean, okay, we're 10 minutes in. Yeah, I'm really excited about the new statues because they've said there's going to be a lot. Ooh, tree. Tree's good. And new statues. New statues mean I can do more with world building. So some of you know that I've been working on a PvP map that's kind of been inspired by like League of Legends or Dota. It's meant for like, it was originally going to be 5x5 play, but now it's meant for 3x3, just because I think that's a little bit more realistic in terms of what I can playtest anyway. I could temporarily make this into a house just to have access to some housing. Yeah, okay, so we have Leaf Wand, Living Wood Wand. I wonder if the angel statue actually summons an angel now. I don't think it does, but that'd be really neat. So we've got a bunch of things that we needed. And now I think I definitely no longer... Yeah, this won't even be a house because I removed all the furniture. Might as well take the doors. Why not? I no longer have an excuse to be slumming it in terms of building housing because we've got platinum on this world. That's great. Because we now have the tools to make a better house than just plain wood. I'm not going to do a tree house. I feel like that's real. You know, apologies to the people who love tree houses, but I feel like it's really overdone. Like everybody does it. Yeah. So I put the map that I was working on hold for 1.3. I mean, I could have maybe gotten a version of it out now. It's kind of close to done, honestly. But I just thought, you know, 1.3 could really throw some game changers at me, like the fact that you can rotate traps, the fact that I don't know what any of the new monster statues are, but I'm hoping that some of them are along the lines of the Mimic statue, where, you know, it used to be you had to... these guys are so annoying early. Good, we got our merchant. Just gonna run away from that guy for now. Into the ice. It used to be the Mimic statues were kind of like the only way you could... Alright, I want those rubies, but I'll see if there's anything else worth... There's a lot of gold. Alright, we gotta be careful how much time we spend in here, because we could very easily... Snowflakes is fine. Snowflakes will add to the... I wonder if those count as, like... Just use this. I don't know where... If this... I think that tin came from, like, a monster. Alright. If I had a... Alright, don't want to panic. We have, like, no weapons, really. Way too many enemies around. Handled that pretty well, I think. Some rubies so we can summon some king slimes if we want to later. Everything is following us. That's kind of scary. And there's marble. So out of the frying pan into the fire. Obviously, the first episode of this Let's Play is not going to involve crazy 1.3.1 content. It just can't. Like, yeah, okay. Drop some of our money. You know, the 1.3.1 stuff's going to have to come when it comes. Like, they didn't add, you know, a new early game weapon or anything like that. So there's no... Ooh, amethyst. I don't know about these. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I don't love these new sprites. I like the old sprites better. That's generally how I feel about things like that. But we can go buy a piggy bank like straight away, which is pretty good. Alright, piggy bank has a new sprite. I guess that's... I mean, I like the old piggy bank sprite more, but I don't know. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, hey, we're seeing new content, right? I should be like, oh, I'm hyped about this, even when I'm, you know. No, I don't like to pretend. I like to be. I mean, I love Terraria. I've got thousands of hours in Terraria. Like, I don't ever feel the need to manufacture hype because I'm usually hyped for real about this game. So you know why fake the actual criticisms when maybe there's a sprite update that I don't love. Although I will, in giving fair critique to this sprite. Sorry, bunnies. I just don't want you guys getting trapped up there. In fair critique to the new piggy bank sprite, I do like. And I also want to buy a bug net, obviously. Then I don't have to murder bunnies. It doesn't look like the price changed. Doesn't look like it has anything new for sale either. We could buy a bunch of shurikens right now if we want to be a little bit more able to fight. Actually, can I sell enough stuff to get the sickle? Oh, I should have thought of that a little earlier, because the sickle would enable us to really... I mean, it wouldn't make us, like, a super great fighter or anything, but it would be something. Medusas are hard mode only now, which I love that change. Where am I going? Let's fight these eyes back by our buddies. We have a bug net, and bug nets can kind of print money. Although they just murdered that bunny, and they murdered me. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, bunnies are not going to do very well right now. So yeah, 1.3 content. It comes when it comes. I'll put a light up there so I can see what I'm doing. Hey, those enemies are still alive. They still have the same. I'm a little bit rusty on Terraria, so I don't. Yeah, okay, that's normal. Yeah, their health would be persistent even through death. Raincoat zombie could give us. Don't need this money up here anymore. This sword has a bad modifier, so the sooner I should just make a wooden sword. Like, honestly, I should. But we're so close to being able to just... We're so close to being able to just, like, buy... I hate to sell worms, because worms are pretty nice. Sell the goldfish. I think they raised the goldfish sell. Goldfish used to sell for 10 silver, then they went down to, like, 2. I want to say they went down to 2.5, and oh, it looks like they're back up, which is nice. Yeah, let's sell another goldfish, because I want the sickle. The sickle will give us a lot more. 60. This used to be 50 back in the old day. Worms sell for quite a bit. 5 silver. I think they always did. I have to sell all my worms. Yeah, what was that? Negative speed, negative size, negative knockback. That's not terrible. The negative speed's pretty bad. We should get a chest started soon. Just put that right there. It kind of blends in. Kind of looks nice. All right, so I want to start building like a nice house. Like not like a great. It doesn't have to be like wonderful or anything, but a little bit better than I normally do. I'm just gonna throw away. I might. Maybe I should keep obelisks so that I can just have them for building later. But for now, yeah, let's just pitch them. Maybe I will build like a minor tree house, like not like a super. Yeah, like right here. Okay, so let's take the living wood wand. Can I not? Oh, that does not look good. That does not look very good. Man, these guys are just killing my goldfish left and right. That's money that they're leaving on the ground. Well, at least we're much more equipped to fight now because we have got this sickle. Did the sickle get nerfed? No, it still does the same damage as it always did. Yeah, unfortunately, I just made this tree. Like it doesn't. Okay, no. Okay, I can do that. That's good. Okay. It's a little bit of a low tree house, but that's okay. You know what? We could like plant a tree. That might be cool. Yeah. Okay. I've got kind of an idea for this house now. Just leave that down here for now. We can always modify as we go on. How's our wood? Okay, wood supply's doing fine. Always modify the tree as we go. Looks a little bit lopsided. I'm gonna do like I like the convenience. I'm gonna put convenience over, you know, style sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And part of that is let's do. So I'm just thinking out loud a little bit. Okay. So, alright, let's go back down here. Can we? I wonder if we can turn. Yeah, we can. Okay. So what I want to do is I actually want to put a little bit of. How do I want to do this? Okay. I'm going to put. It's going to be a while before this is like a viable house. We're going to put some dirt here. And we'll move it later. We're going to need a wand to place grass, or we'll need some grass seeds or something. This might be a little bit too ambitious. I mean, we've got 1 block of dirt. Okay, we need more dirt. We're going to be able to fish like really soon, at least, which is nice. Yeah, if only there was like a silk touch where I could just like grab pieces of trees and move them around. You know, this doesn't actually need to be. Alright, I was gonna go get dirt. I was like, why did I just go run over here to get a tree? I was gonna go get dirt. Didn't want to disrupt our dirt. Seems like a good place to do it. Oops, sorry. Sorry, fish. Get one more dirt. Being like really... I've been watching Fedrin's Life in the Woods Renaissance playthrough of modded Minecraft. Mod pack that she made herself that's really cool. And that has me, like, I guess wanting to not mess up the landscape as much as I normally do. So, yeah, okay, dirt up there. Once we get a dryad, we'll be able to... Okay, I'm starting to see some issues with this house. Once we get a dryad, we'll be able to... Ooh, traveling merchant. That'll be a good... Let's go see what he... We don't have any money. I mean, we have some money that we can run to. Let's see what he has. And is there anything that we want to like go fetch our money for? Extendo grip. We can't go. We can't go get that kind of money. I would like some dynasty wood. I'll sell my goldfish for some dynasty wood. Sure. Don't need the shingles right now. We're coming up on half an hour. I'm not sure exactly how long I want to run this. These goldfish are proving to be a pretty solid money farm for, like, just doing what we're doing. I'd rather have I like the shingles, but I don't. Like, I never end up using them for too much. Okay, so I'd rather just have a bunch of the dynasty wood. I think, yeah, that's all I can really justify spending on, like, a cosmetic this early. But yeah, once we get the dryad, my plan is to start and we could. There's other ways we could do it. My plan is to start, or if we get the staff of regrowth somewhere, turn this into grass, then start planting like a acorn down. I can do like a temporary, like that's where it would go. And then we would just continue the... Hopefully this doesn't... I don't even think this can consume dynasty wood. But our wood is higher in our inventory, so it won't. Yeah, this is gonna work out. This is gonna be a very, very strange looking house. That's... You know what? This is gonna be... Yeah. That was gonna be problematic. Because I don't want to... Eventually we're going to get rid of the dirt so that it's just... You know what? The tree's not going to grow if there's stuff up there. So we can't... I'm going to leave a little bit of stuff here just so that I remember what the plan was. In case it's like a week between when I next record. But yeah, we can't... Until we grow that tree, we can't really finish this house. But we can finish the first floor. And possibly we can sort of phone in the second floor. I have these doors, and I was like, oh yeah, we'll use doors for once. But I just... Maybe on a later build we'll use doors. I mean, I think there's even some 1.3 content that affects doors. But... Not about that life right now. It's kind of neat. I don't even know if... Is this new? I might be showing off a 1.3 thing right now and just not even be aware of it. This feels new. I don't know. I very rarely mess with the like living wood stuff at all. So I don't really know what's new and what's not. Seems like I've got a pretty good reach in terms of, like, being able to touch that station from far away. It's neat. I wonder, should I, like, make... Should I make, like, a little, like, and this tree is not feeling very organic right now, so should I, like, venture out? It didn't really help. Kind of called attention to the fact that I haven't really... Well, I mean, this house is a work in progress. Well, but let's at least put a torch up here so that we can get some people moving in. And then this one will just really quickly come down here. Get a living wood workbench. Let's not use, like, regular torches either. Okay. Can I make a living wood chair right here? No, I have to be down there. Do I want any other living wood? I think I want, like, living wood. Let me go with, like, a candle. And then, like, yeah, like, do 2 lanterns. So I'm using up, like, a ton of wood. Maybe the first farm I should make, quote-unquote, should be a wood farm. Because we're going to need probably, like, just a lot of materials. Like, there's definitely going to be some stuff that we build out of Captain Crunch, a.k.a. hay. But we're going to need a lot of materials for this Let's Play. We need... You know what? I think I'm going to mix in a little bit of cactus here, just because cactus is green. Yeah, that kind of fits the look. And I don't really want, like, a random... I feel like this tree is, like, detracting from the look I'm going for. So I'm going to end the episode any moment now, but first I want to just play around with the idea of, like, this tree a little bit more organic. It'd probably be better if I didn't have the baseboard sort of thing going on. But whatever. I'm not gonna sweat it. And then I could actually, like, leaf wand a little bit too, but I don't want to leaf wand right now. I'll say, because leaf wanding, that was 3 goldfish right there? Huh. Alright. It's neat. Okay, I'm gonna go run back and get my money off camera, and then I'm gonna quit out. Yeah, so the 1.3.1 Let's Play begins with some new sprite objects and some planning. The cool mechanical stuff will have to come a little bit later. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you are enjoying this new series and want to see more of it by your whatever in the comments. And yeah, catch you later, guys.